I ngā iwi, kei aku rangatira, wahine mā, tāne mā, tēnā tātou katoa. At New Zealand's VE Day celebrations 75 years ago, the Governor-General, Sir Cyril Newell, spoke about the deep significance of the victory in Europe. He said, "We rejoice as a people because the unconditional surrender of Germany is now achieved and the war in Europe is ended. The deeds of the men and women of New Zealand during the war years on the battlefields throughout the world, and of all those who've worked for the war in the Dominion, have made history and won the unstinted admiration of all free peoples." While fighting continued in the Pacific, the surrender of Germany signalled a massive turning point for the Allies, renewing hope of an end to a devastating war. New Zealand was in the Second World War from its first days to its last. For those who served overseas and for civilians at home, it was a 6-year marathon of courage, sacrifice and endurance. 75 years on from VE Day, let us remember the 140,000 brave New Zealand men and women who served overseas on land, on the sea and in the air. And let us reflect on the tragic loss of 11,625 New Zealanders as a result of their service. We particularly honour the veterans of the Second World War who are still among us. With every passing year, we cherish these special New Zealanders for their contribution to the Allied victory and also for the myriad contributions they've made to our nation in the years since. Today we remember too those who kept the home fires burning here in Aotearoa, producing the food supplies on which the United Kingdom depended and enduring the impact of rationing. The war affected what people could eat, what they could wear and what they could buy. And for many people, there was the ever-present anxiety about family members or loved ones serving overseas. Today, let us also remember the New Zealanders who came to our country as refugees from the horror of the Nazi regime, and the difficult adjustment many of them had to make in an environment of doubt and suspicion. Those refugees from the Holocaust went on to make an enormous and invaluable contribution to New Zealand society and culture. A lasting outcome of the Second World War has been the principle of collective security. New Zealand played a valuable role in the establishment of the United Nations in 1945. The ideals that we brought to world efforts for peace and prosperity still run true today as we face grave new concerns and challenges and work with other nations to find sustainable solutions. VE Day is a chance to recall and celebrate one of history's most significant triumphs over the forces of division and fascism. We will always remember this day with mingled emotion, grief for the many lives lost at the hands of the Nazi regime and the efforts made to resist and overcome it, and pride in the achievement of New Zealanders who responded to the call to stand together for the future well-being of the world. Ka maumahara tonu tātou ki a rātou.